Live from the Heart and Mind Studios in beautiful Minneapolis, Minnesota, it's another episode of Seriously Mental with Chris Shaw. Tonight's guest, as always, Seriously Mental is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Member. Now, please welcome your host, comedian, and peer support specialist, Chris Shaw.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Where? Hey, how are you? Good evening. Welcome. It's Tuesday night. You know what that means? It's another episode of Seriously Mental. Seriously? Apparently, seriously mental. That's the show here, this show that we're on right now, where we talk about issues around mental health, mental wellness, suicide prevention, and just general fun stuff with fun people like you and me. Hey, stop pointing at me. Put that away. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood tonight. I'm kind of a little loopy. Not Lupe. I think that's Gabriel's sister, Lupe. But Gabriel wanted me to try and sing some music tonight of maybe a Mexican flair, and I whipped up a version of 1 Ton Tomato. But for some reason he said that wasn't correct. I don't know. Is it 1 ton tomato? Hey, I ate a 1 ton tomato. Woo, yeah. I don't know. I've been having a good week. You know what I think it is the warm weather. It's got me kind of jazzed up. Hey, can we get that door closed there? You're letting the draft in. No, that one right there that you just walked out of. We're going to start the show in a minute here. We're just kind of goofing off. Yeah, there we go. Because I want to talk about them in there. And I can't do that if I've got the door open, even though this microphone runs into that booth. So the weather, I am jazzed about the weather. Anytime we start to get warm again, and it really feels like we're not going to fall back into that, I finally start doing my summer stuff. You know, went to get the car washed today, which to me, that's always that sign that I feel good. That it's probably not going to snow again. So, and up here in our neck of the woods, there's this place right off Highway 10 called Bob's High Pressure Car Wash that I drive by every day. And I thought, you know what, I am going to go in and give that place a try. Ooh, I'll tell you what, I'm in there today. I'm hosing my car off. And the whole time, this Bob guy is standing behind me. Come on, come on, come on! I don't need that kind of pressure. I can go with a more low pressure approach and it'll take longer, but the car will get washed. The one thing I liked is they have one of those machines that you put quarters in, and they have that air freshener that you can spray in your car, and they have all the cool flavors. They had like vanilla and strawberry. They had new car scent. I've never had a new car. But I was intrigued, and I thought I would spray that in there. I got like 2 quarters worth of the new car scent. And I'm just wondering if somebody will get in my car and they'll go, wow, Chris, is this a brand new 1984 Ford Fiesta? Oh, I love it. Smells good. Summer is always an exciting time. How about for you? Yes, tell us. Hey, do tell us. Leave some comments. In the comment area. Wait, where's the comment area? Is there a comment area? Someone should comment. Hey, and if you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. No, go ahead. I'll wait. Should learn to whistle this summer. But go ahead and do that. Either on Facebook or on YouTube. Sometime we have buttons that fly around, or at least I see them. I don't know if you see them at home, but if you do, please call someone and take an aspirin and lay down. No, subscribe to our channel because this kind of madness goes on a regular basis. And sometimes it's actually amusing. You know, if you don't have cable and stuff like that, this might be as good as it gets for you in the humor category. Summer stuff, I tell you what else I like doing in the summer. It's different when you're an adult. Now, I have kids, and I always try and not do the same things my parents did when I was a kid growing up. You know, like my mom, she was always, for one thing, we were growing up in New York, and she was always so worried about everything. How many people out there had a mom like this? It was like, just like that Christmas Story movie, you'll put your eye out. You'll put your eye out. It's a lot of fun till you put your eye out. One day I'm out with my sisters in the backyard. We're throwing a beach ball around. She's like, you kids be careful. You'll put an eye out. I'm like, Mom, it's a beach ball. Okay? How would that maybe if we let all the air out of it, you know, shaped it into like a stick, sharp, and froze it, and then maybe that would put an eye out, but just a little overboard, I think, is what she was doing there. So I don't know, we're having fun. What else is going on? I'm feeling good. I really believe that sunshine makes a difference for me. I do have that seasonal affective disorder, or Minnesota fever, I guess they call it. Yeah, Minnesota fever. That when that sun goes down too early, I'm just so glad that we're past that. So sunshine, I don't care if it's 40 below out. If it's a sunny day, I'm feeling pretty good, usually. And things are changing with the pandemic. We've noticed that lately. Things are seemingly getting better, turning corners. I've heard that, 3 times in the last 2 days that we're turned a corner. And which I don't trust, because, you know, if you turn 3 corners, you're back where you started. So maybe at some point we turn a corner and we go forward and keep going forward and just not take any more turns for a while. But hey, that's just me, you know, a guy who's driven a lot. What else is going on? Gabriel, how about you? Anything going on? Oh, I'll talk to you in a little bit. I'm having this conversation with myself right now. I had something else I wanted to chat about, and I can't remember. Oh, our guests. How about that? Let's talk about our guests tonight. You probably noticed right here, I'm wearing this Walk to Fight Suicide shirt. Yeah. And it sounds like someone's beating the dog up there. Can we stop that? Hey! Hey! Wow. Oh, Millie the Wonder Dog is having a time up there, it sounds like. Maybe she'll be on the show later. But it is May 4th. Beside it being, what is today? Doggy alert! Doggy alert! There's a doggy alert! There's somewhere. Besides being Star Wars Day, which I did not know until I saw 100,000 memes on Facebook today. May the 4th be with you. Don't get mad at me, I didn't write that. But it is also May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. Can we get a Yes. What does that mean, Chris? Tell us more. I'm glad you asked. Thank you. You know, September is normally Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, where we talk about the challenges of people who are in severe crisis. But Mental Health Awareness Month is where we talk more about the understanding the signs and symptoms of somebody who might be developing a mental illness or a substance use disorder, and helping them understand that there are resources available out there for them, and how we help each other as friends. You know, sometimes it's just as simple as saying to somebody, hey, how you doing? You doing all right today? Hey, just wondered. And the cool thing is, there are so many activities going on around the state, around the country for Mental Health Awareness Month. Our guests tonight are a couple of young ladies who are co-chairs of a committee at the Mounds View High School. They're part of the National Honor Society, and annually that group puts on a mental health walk for AFSP. What is that, you say? Do you? Do you say that? Yeah, you do. So I'll tell you. It's American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And they put on these campus walks around the state and around the country. But in Minnesota, at Mounds View High School, they've been doing this for years, and they raise money to help the good people at AFSP. Hey, don't get too close to me. All right. The good people at AFSP, like Cassie. Hi, Cassie. How are you? Cassie from AFSP, she's going to be on next week, so I'm trying to make nice with her. Tell her howdy. But they help them provide resources and education and research to help people who are battling serious mental illness and might be thinking about suicide and having suicidal ideation. So these two gals are going to come on and tell us what's different this year about their walk. Usually their walk is a one-day thing, and they get a bunch of people together and they do a big walk. Well, hey, it's COVID now. So they've had to do things a little differently. And they've put together a really interesting program for the entire week. It's not just a one-day event this year. They've got stuff going on every single day. I was out at a park in Shoreview yesterday, all by myself. Why? Because I was at the wrong park. But eventually, I found the right park, and there they were. They were hanging out there, and they had great prizes to give for people who were walking. They had a big spinny wheel thing like you see at the fair, like the Wheel of Fortune kind of thing. And I won this shirt. Yes, you can win cool things like that if you go out to one of their events. I'm not going to give it all away. I'll let them talk about some of it. But I will tell you, it's from 3:30 to 6:30 every day. They were there Sunday, Monday. Today's Tuesday. They were at the Shoreview Community Center today. There's a sign right now about it. That's what my brain looks like, except much smaller. And they're going to be at another park tomorrow. And tomorrow is Wednesday. And then Thursday, they're at a different park. And Friday, another park. Saturday, kind of the big wrap-up at the park during the day. We'll find out what parks. That's a lot of parks for me to remember, people. I am not, I'm the guy with the smaller brain. Millie the Wonder Dog probably has a better idea. She's probably memorized the parks because I think she went ahead and marked them all. So we'll know where she is. But yeah, we'll talk to those young ladies about what they're doing and what's drawn them to do this kind of work around mental health awareness. I think it's amazing. It's amazing stuff. I think they might be doing it to get out of homework, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And then, if you caught me earlier today on Facebook talking about the show, I put a little poll out there and said for a musical guest that it would probably just end up being me playing Barry Manilow songs, because he writes the songs. But then I realized that he writes the songs that make the young girls cry. And there's going to be some young girls on the show. We don't want them crying. I mean, this is good stuff they're doing. So instead, we're going to have a little surprise, a musical guest who you might know from previous episode. That's all I'm going to say. With a new song today. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's a musical guest with a song. Do you see how that works? Musical guest and song. I didn't make that up either, but it's pretty amazing, right? So that's as much as I'm going to tell you. Hang on. Rich! Oh, sorry. That was a hint. There. So, hey, we're going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to run over to the desk, and I'm going to chat with, our good buddy in there, Gabrielle, and then we'll have guests coming up soon. Stick around on Seriously Mental.
Have you ever lost rhythm or reason? Struggled for motivation like time stopped in a darker season? Ever felt trapped in a cycle of negativity? Overwhelmed by anxiety or uncomfortable in your own company? Like your skin doesn't fit? Or like you couldn't give even the tiniest bit of yourself to the people you love? There's a good chance you might have, and if not, you might. There are millions fighting this fight. And there are times in this fight when we might need heroes. Someone to talk to and someone to hear us. Someone who's there for us when we are ready. Who won't shut us down if the conversation gets awkward or heavy. Who'll ask if we're feeling okay. But who are they? If you can be there in the difficult moments, if your ear can be a refuge when our words are homeless, if you can be patient when we need to complain, hold on to your judgment and let us explain, then together the power is ours. We have the opportunity. We can be the generation that makes a difference. With our determination, we can build a time of acceptance. We can understand how our mental well-being affects us. We can reach out and listen to those around us. Together, we can. We will.
Hey, there we are. Welcome back. It's Chris Shaw here on Seriously Mental. I'm sure you can see that yourself, but it's there, it's everywhere. And down here with our little, our little, where is it? Right over there, that little heart and mind. That's brought to you by the Heart and Mind Connection. And those fine people from that commercial that I didn't see. I'm hoping, Gabriel, do you think we might get to see that cool cartoon one that we saw last week about stigma?
If you play your cards right.
If I played my cards right. I brought no cards. But my son is working at Hallmark tonight. So maybe he'll play some cards while he's there. Isn't that nice? Yeah. He actually goes to Mounds View High School. So I'm sure he's missing being on the show. You can cut that dog. Just let the dog out of there if she wants to come out, because we're going to have barking. Millie the Wonder Dog, come here. Milster, come here. Millie, come here. Come say hi to everybody. This is Millie the Wonder Dog. Millie, come here. People want to say hi. Come here, say hi. Oh, she's shy. She's shy unless there's no one else in the room. And then she goes a little wackadoodle. Wackadoodle. I don't have any treats right now. I should have kept some sausage from my pizza. And we would have talked to her about that. So Millie has been she is a wonder dog. I don't know how many people out there have a pet that is part of their wellness strategy. I've never been a big, we had a dog when I was a kid growing up, Tanya Frigafria. Tanya Frigafria was a Norwegian elk hound. And we had this dog in New York. So a Norwegian dog with a New York accent was like, woof, hey, woof. And it was way too warm. We brought that dog to Minnesota until where she lived out the rest of her years, as if it was in Norwegia. Is that where Norwegia?
You're talking about Viking country now, buddy.
Right. Not cheese dogs. No, we're talking about.
Hey, Jeremiah Rich posted on Facebook.
What's he got to say? I know that guy.
He was disappointed.
With
he
what?
was looking forward to those Barry Manilow tunes. So, you know what? You might be able to get your shot at Barry Manilow now. That we'll skip his. Well, I can't say no more. I blew it.
I do have the right outfit to do a Copa rendition.
Copacabana?
His name was Rico. He was a showgirl. No, wait. She, Maria was the showgirl. Hey, Maria was over here. Our neighbor was over here earlier today. I wonder if she's watching. Maria and her brother, they came over to check out the studio.
Did she know Rico?
She knew Rico, but she was not a showgirl.
No.
She was a first grader, I think so. just a cutie. And her and her brother hang out and help us with Millie the Wonder Dog many times, so that's kind of cool. What else is going on? I had so this is just
What happened to your hand?
benign, inane stuff. I broke a credit card today. Not because I wanted to, but I sat on it. And but that's a good way to keep spending any money on there. That's for sure. So that is out of there. I had something else I wanted to chat about that is coming up. Hey, last week we talked a little bit about this cool movie that we have purchased the rights, screening rights to, that we're going to begin screenings on here in probably by the end of the month, which I'm pretty excited about. Might be part of, and Gabriel doesn't even know about this yet because I come up with ideas, in the middle of the night, and I just I write them down and I forget to tell him until we're on the air, mainly because then if I say it now, he can't get that mad because he's a lot to do back there right now, and I'm on the other side of this desk. So, but we only have a few episodes in this season, this first season of Seriously Mental, only a few episodes left. And as we go through May, Mental Health Month, we're going to have more people involved in the mental health industry. I guess we can call it an industry. But next week, as I said, Cassie from who actually runs the chapter of American Foundation for Suicide Prevention in the state of Minnesota is going to be on and tell us a little bit about how walks like this, that we're going to talk to the young ladies about tonight, how walks like this make a difference for the research and the programming that they try and do, and how it's been different from normal years, and how they've moved through the pandemic, and what they have heard from their research, and what we might be looking at from the standpoint of where mental health and mental illness might be going post-pandemic. So that'll be an interesting talk. Still working on a guest for that following week, just trying to nail down and hoping that they can commit to the time. And then here's the thing I haven't told you about yet, Gabe. Weekend of the month, over the holiday weekend, I thought, because we are trying to raise funds, because we are a nonprofit organization and we operate really majority of what we do is based on the generosity of people like you at home. This show was just something I worked with Gabriel to kind of pull together at the beginning of the year, and we're really excited how it's gone. We will be looking for a sponsor for the start of our second season in the fall, but most of what we do, most of the programming, most of the classes that we offer for free are able to happen because people like you make donations. And one thing I used to love about Labor Day weekend, was it Labor Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend that Jerry Lewis would do his thing? It was Labor Day weekend, right?
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend. So I thought, you know what? I want to do a telethon. And I always wanted to do a telethon. I didn't have a TV show before, so I would do them, stay up for many nights in a row, and no one saw it. So I didn't raise very much money. But now, as we have the technology, we can make it happen. Right, Gabriel?
Yes, sir, you can.
we can.
I always wanted to run a marathon, but oh well, I'll settle for a telethon.
The telethon, marathon, you don't get as tired with a telethon, because you can sit down and do that whole thing. Walks, it's so cool, and that's why I want to talk to these guests tonight, these ladies, about this walk that they're doing for AFSP. I walk to the car, and I will tell you, I know exercise is great for your health. I'm not a runner. I don't even like to run if I'm being chased. I'll usually be like, never mind, you win, you caught me. And then see what happens, Mr. Bear. I'll just take him on there. And Millie, come here and say hi. Come here. Oh, Milford. Oh, Millard Fillmore. There you are. Can you say hi to the people? Doggy alert! Hey! At the Copacabana, she's biting my hands like a banana. Bum, bum, at the Copa. I know everybody's like, where is she? Can you see her? It's hard to see her, but can you zoom in at all? She's got 2 different color eyes, so it's kind of bizarre. People go, is she a one-eyed dog? No, she got 2 different color eyes. It's real hard to see the other one. Oh, Millie. Oh, Millie. Oh, the wonder dog. Okay, fly away. Oh, you got my cord. Oh my gosh. Oh. You should see her swim. She's really good at that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. So let me get back to this quick, and then we're going to take a commercial. We're going to bring our guests on. But so what will happen is the last day of the month is Monday the 31st. It's Memorial Day. And at 8 o'clock on Monday the 31st, we will begin our 24 hours of hope. 24 hours of hope. You know, not just some hours. I always love the, I don't remember the comedian who did it, but he talked about that he had gone to one of those 24-hour convenience stores, you know, at like 2 in the morning, and he pulled up and the guy was locking the doors. What are you doing? I thought it was 24 hours. He goes, yeah, but not in a row. But what we're going to do is 24 hours in a row of being on the air. That's right. If you thought I was hard to handle early in the evening, you wait till you see me at 4 in the morning after I've been up for a day and a half. And we'll go from 8 o'clock Monday until our regular time of 9 o'clock on Tuesday night. When we'll wrap it up, I'll fall over. Gabe will roll the credits, and we will all move on with our lives and hopefully have raised a good chunk of money. What are we going to do in that 24-hour period? I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to be here, and Gabriel will be here, and we're going to find out. There'll be special guests. There'll be some music. Hopefully have some of our comedian friends come on. We'll talk to some people in the industry who are experts about things around mental health and mental wellness, and it's just going to be a hootenanny, pretty much. And there'll be soft drinks and assorted soft cheeses as well. So, you know, if you're lucky, we might invite you to the beautiful studio audience here, which normally holds 1.5 people, and Millie the Wonder Dog. So we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we've got the co-chairs of the 2021 Campus Walk for Mental Health from Mounds View High School. We'll be right back.
Man, I'm about to fly this thing myself. This autopilot is being crazy. I think it's bipolar or something.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
What's that?
I have bipolar disorder, and I'm your co-pilot. You and me have been flying a long time, and I know you don't think I'm crazy, but you might want to watch what words you toss around.
Wow, this guy in 7A is crazy. He just ate his 12th bag of nuts. He is nuts. I mean, leave some for the rest of us.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, he was crazy hungry, I guess.
Is this crazy?
Yes, that was crazy.
How's about this? How about that? Was that crazy?
Yeah, I've gotta admit, that was pretty crazy.
Wrong. Nobody's crazy. Using those kind of words alienates peoples, makes them feel like it's them against the world. Plenty of us got mental health conditions, but that doesn't mean we're crazy.
Wow, I never thought about it like that. You know what? I'm gonna go give the guy in 7A some more nuts.
Yes.
Hey, welcome back to Seriously Mental. I love that little piece that Gabriel found. Apparently, it's a show that kids watch. I've never seen it before. I will say this again, as I said last week. I have a feeling that that squirrel, who's the flight attendant, used to be Sandy Squirrel on SpongeBob. But you be the judge yourself. Go back and watch the tape and say, wait a minute, she looks different without that big glass bulby helmet on her head. So maybe it is. But let's move on, right, Chris? Yes, let's. So here are our guests for this evening from Mounds View High School, and they are part of the National Honor Society Club there. These two young ladies are the co-chairs for the 2021 Mental Illness, Hellman's Mayonnaise Walk, which is really spreading out across the bread. I don't know what I'm talking about here, ladies. Hang on a second. For the 2021, thank you. I need visuals, like that picture there helps. The Mounds View High School Mental Health Walk, which, as I said before, has been going on for a while, and normally in the past is a single day event. And these young ladies are going to tell us what they've had to do differently this year because of COVID, and how maybe it's actually turned into something even cooler than they'd ever imagined. Will you please welcome our guests, Aria Tanksale and Sydney Dvorak. Did I say that right, Sydney? Dvorak. Yep. It sounds very Russian. She is Sydney Dvorak. Thank you for being here. Can you guys hear me, or you're just...
Yeah.
You're stunned to silence. I know, we don't want to talk to you now. How are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You've had a busy day. Oh, you've had a busy week already so far, haven't you? Because you've been doing events since Sunday already, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So first off, why don't you introduce yourselves? Tell us a little about each of you, and what got you involved through the organization, the National Honor Society, to take on this monumental task of staging this week-long event.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Aria. I'm a senior at Mounds View High School in Arden Hills, Minnesota. And I am, like Mr. Shaw said, I'm on the exec board for our National Honor Society, and Sydney and I are co-chairs of this year's Mental Health Walk. And basically, we have been planning since last year to have this walk, and we kind of had two plans of whether if there was like COVID, we would have like a virtual walk, and then if there were not enough cases, we would have like an in-person event. So we kind of have reached like a happy medium between those two, where we're having like virtual aspects and in-person aspects. So that's what it's looking like right now.
And so far, the weather has kind of cooperated, right?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, I was out seeing them at the park yesterday, and boy, they were on the other side of the lake, and the tent enclosure they had was almost airborne. it was really blowing, but they had a good team of people out there who were really excited to be part of this. And Sydney, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, and hobbies, and things like that.
Yeah, so I'm also a senior at, as you guys probably already know, and I'm on the exec board as one of the co-chairs of the Mental Health Walk. I was involved in the walk actually last year. I was on the publicity committee, which is how I got to be like the co-chair this year. We just the last year's co-chairs reached out to me, and I was super excited to do this with Aria. Yeah, like Aria said, we've had a great week so far. We had some more people show up today, and we got to hand out some fun supplies, so that was fun.
How was the turnout there today? You were at the Shoreview Community Center, right? And did you get a few people to come by and spin the wheel?
We did. We got a bunch of little kids to come by too. They loved the bracelet.
Because that wheel seems so big when you're little, and it's just like, when will it stop? And it's going around. There was a woman yesterday when we were at the park. If you've ever seen one of those clickety clack wheels that spin, and we had her spin it, and all it is colors they have on there. So it doesn't tell you what you win, and it was like red. I go, oh, you owe us money, and she was very upset that she had stopped at that point. But we told her that wasn't it. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of what this cause means to the two of you and to the club, the National Honor Society Club at Mounds View. This has been something that's been going on, that's been taken on by this organization of yours for a few years now. How did you find out about this, and what really drew you to being involved in this?
Yeah, so this is the third annual mental health walk with AFSP at Mounds View. And I think what really originally started it was there was a lot of mental health issues at Mounds View, and just a lot of students were really struggling. And so they wanted to create something that could like show that we really care about mental health and to just bring more awareness to it. And this year we thought it was even more important, like with students being online. It was just, we could tell that a lot of our classmates were really struggling. Me personally, I have a cousin who really struggles with mental health. And so it's been great to like be able to do this and learn even more about mental health and suicide prevention awareness through this event.
That's great. And you've noticed, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, you have noticed, right, for yourselves and for your friends, that as much as somebody might feel like they're pretty happy most of the time and they have good support and connection and things like this year has been, and I hate to use this word, become so overused, but unprecedented in the way that this challenge has been for students. Not only in the fact that the whole way that you learn was changed, but that there was so much uncertainty about when it might come back, and then it looked like maybe you'd be going back before the holidays. And I remember because I was getting all those emails because of my son, and it was like, okay, maybe they're going to start up again just after Thanksgiving break, and then no, we'll wait till after Christmas, and it was in stages. And tell me how that affects you as a student with that uncertainty on top of everything else, the lack of human connection that you were facing.
Well, it was really crazy because our teachers were not accommodated to Zoom yet, so that was definitely a challenge that we had to face because we have never done online school before, so it's something that we really had to kind of like let our teachers get used to as well. And for Sydney and I especially, because we're seniors, since it was college season as well, we were having even more of a hard time to figure out what like college's plans were for starting in the fall. So that was kind of definitely a challenge for us.
How about for you, Sydney?
Yeah, I'd probably just agree with Aria. I think Aria is a distance learner for a lot of it, which was a lot less switching, but I was hybrid, so it was like not knowing if I would be able to go back to school the next week and like only being able to see your teachers like twice a week, and it makes it really hard to go and get help after school because of all the contact tracing. For a while we couldn't even stay after school, and I can tell you learning calculus online is not easy. So yeah.
For me, it wouldn't matter if there was a team of calculus professors surrounding me. It would be difficult. So I can't even imagine how difficult it must be to try and do that without that one-on-one connection with not just your teacher, but also with other kids who you might normally maybe chat about, hey, what did you get for this, and how did you figure this out, and things like that. What kind of things have you two young ladies done differently to try and overcome some of that? How have you changed what you do in your regular routine of being students to kind of help battle what could really drag you down both emotionally and mentally?
I think having a sense of community in this time is the most important. So I've been reaching out to a lot of my friends to see how they're doing. and like having like FaceTime calls and like Zoom calls with them to make sure that they're okay. Because when you cannot have like close contact with people, it really does affect you. Like sitting in these four walls for like a year, it really makes it difficult for you to have any sort of like social stability. So I've been having just a lot of like calls with people, like family and friends, to make sure that they're okay and they are stable as well. So that's definitely helped.
Now, do either one of you have little brothers or sisters at home who were learning from home too? Sydney's like, oh yeah, oh yeah. How was that a challenge, Sydney?
I guess it wasn't too much of a challenge for us. My brother just stayed downstairs in the living room, and I was usually in my room doing stuff. Yeah, it wasn't
you
too.
Just keep your space, and I'll keep
Yes.
mine. Stay out of my stuff. That's got to be a challenge. So tell me a little bit about the rest of your team. How many people do you have working on this event for this year?
I believe we have 11 people on our committees. We have like 6 committees, and one of them we're kind of on too, which works really well. I think we've had a lot of the juniors on our committee this year, especially, have just really stepped up and done an amazing job. And I think the walk next year is going to be even better than this year. They really care about this cause, and they really want to make this event work as best as it can.
That's awesome. Now, how about with your friends and things like that? Do they say anything like, mental health, mental illness, why are you guys doing that? What are you okay? Do you hear those kind of things sometimes?
No, not usually. I think most of our friends can also see the issue that is at our school regarding mental health. And I think a lot of them at least know someone who's struggling with their own mental health if they aren't themselves. Yeah. So I think there's a really like receptive community, I guess, at Mounds View to this issue.
It really seems like it has changed over the past couple of years in the district, that they're really paying more attention to the idea that this has got to be part of the learning experience is paying attention to where students' mental wellness is. And how do you think that makes the overall school feel from as far as how it runs? Do you think it makes a difference from everything from learning in the classroom to socialization to lunch to sports and other academic activities? Do you think it changes people's feeling about how they fit into the school?
I think it definitely can, because we're from a very competitive school, so a lot of people are just feel the need to always be like better than someone else. But when you do have like kind of that validation that it's okay to have like mental illness, it's okay to reach out to people, I think it also helps people like kind of ask help to each other and not necessarily compete with each other in across all disciplines of like academics or sports. So I think that can really help, and our school has been doing its best to like try to promote therapists and bring out speakers to talk to students. So I think the efforts that our school is putting is definitely, we appreciate that as students, and as I'm sure teachers do as well. So.
Yeah, I bet it makes a difference for the teachers too, because they notice a difference in the way kids come to school, in the way that they feel about themselves and think about each other. I think that's one of the biggest things that probably might be different now from when I was in high school. We kind of, and New York too was a different deal. You just kind of went about your business and kept your nose down. But kids now are paying more attention to other kids. When I first moved from New York to Minnesota, I was that kid who would sit alone in the lunchroom, because I was that weird kid with the funny accent from that city with the greasy hair and stuff, and nobody wanted to talk to me. And now I think students, don't they recognize a little bit more that, hey, maybe that student just needs somebody to say hi to them and see what's going on?
Yeah, definitely. If you come to our cafeteria at any lunch hour, everyone will be sitting together. I don't think there's anyone we have ever seen that's like sitting by themselves or like even if they are sitting by themselves, like a group will go and like talk to them and like sit down with them to have lunch. So like the social atmosphere with that is definitely changing, and we're seeing that at our school.
Wait a minute, Aria. I think I just heard an invitation for me to come and have lunch at your school.
Definitely, you can come anytime.
All right, when's corn dog day?
We do not have corn dogs.
You
But we do have popcorn chicken. That's
what has happened in schools? I'm writing my congressperson who was on your show today. Chip beef on toast, anything like that? No, we call them SOS, but probably can't go into that on here. I know, even lunch is different now, which is a big part of it, right? For your mental wellness, what you eat, how much sleep you get, if you can get some exercise. What is your sleep habits? Do you get a full 8 hours of sleep each night, ladies? Or are you up a little too late sometimes?
not right now with AP tests, but with like especially like quarantine has helped with that. But on like a regular school day when we have to go in person, I wouldn't say it's 8 hours at all. Not anywhere close to that. For like 5.5 hours.
AP, Appaloosa,
Yeah.
the horses. Is that what that is?
No, it's like advanced placement tests. College work.
Well, okay, I was remedial. I still am fairly remedial in most of my learning. So good luck with those tests. And the end of the year comes up now. You're a senior, right, Aria?
Yes.
How does this feel for you and your friends who are seniors with just how different this year has been? Do you feel you're able to kind of still get some of that senior experience out of it, or are you just having to really kind of rethink the whole way? You're kind of a first year of kids that will go through this that didn't start the school year even in school, and some of your class will not even be in school at all through their entire senior year. How do you think that affects people's mental health?
I think it's definitely like it's been difficult, but we've been trying to make the most out of it. And I am just glad that our school is at least having an in-person prom and graduation. So that's kind of like making up for it. But we definitely don't have our like regular experiences like homecoming or like senior spirit week at school. So that's something that like we kind of have to give up. But having like events like graduation and prom where we can still meet, like we have to be in pods of up to like 5, but still like at least we're having that experience. So we're trying to make the best out of it. So at this point,
that's the spirit though, right? You have to say we're going to make the best of what we have dealt to us. What does the rest of the week look like, ladies? What kind of things do you have on tap for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Can you kind of spell out where you're going to be and what kind of events you have going on?
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be at Tony Schmidt Park. We're going to be on the park side, not on the lake side,
Okay.
if you go there. And we are also going to have a mental health walk panel at 7 p.m. We have a few mental health professionals, and we're taking anonymous questions. We have like a Google form. So I think a lot of people from our school are looking forward to that, and we're hoping for a good turnout. Thursday, we're going to have a booth from 3:30 to 6:30 at Vadnais Sucker Regional Park. And that's all we've got going on Thursday. Okay. And then on Friday, we're going to have a booth at Shamrock Park, kind of by those like Rice Creek North trails. It's a really beautiful area. Mm-hmm. And then Saturday, which is our last day, we're going to have a booth from 9 a.m. to noon at Central Park in Roseville.
Oh, yeah. We're in Central Park. That's a big park.
It's going to be at the JC Pavilion.
Oh, sure. Right by that little lake there.
Yeah, on the Lexington side of the park, I believe.
Yeah. And what's going to be happening then?
We're going to have just the booth, I believe. And we might have some extra treats, but we'll see.
Oh man, I'm coming out for that one then.
Tomorrow we have our so a girl in our grade named Kate Spence has this little bakery, and she's bringing us some cupcakes to hand out tomorrow.
Nice.
So.
That's nice when everybody gets involved and everybody chips in. Where can people, if they want to know more about these locations and what's going on, where can they find information? Is there a website we can throw up?
You could follow us on Instagram at MV_mental health walk. Or you could check out the AFSP Minnesota Facebook page. We have our event on there, and all the links should be posted under the event.
Okay. Did you get that, Gabriel? No. Let's tell Gabriel once again so we can write it down. AFSPMN.org.
It's the AFSP Minnesota Facebook page.
Oh, Minnesota Facebook page. Okay. Perfect. And you can also go to AFSPMinnesota.org and pull up Mounds View Walk, and I'll give you that information too. And then give us the Instagram one more time.
At MV_mental health walk.
At MV_mental health walk. Millie's headed there now. She's pretty excited. I think she's really going to go mark those parks. Maybe I'll bring her out on Friday, and we'll stop by. Millie the Wonder Dog will be there at the park for a little while. Ladies, thank you so much for everything that you do for your fellow students' mental health and wellness, and for AFSP. We really appreciate it, and we wish you luck the rest of the week. Hope to see you out there. That's Aria and Sydney. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with our musical surprise guest.
Thank you for having us.
I can't breathe. I have migraines, numbness, weight loss. I live with it every day.
Okay.
The illness that I'm suffering from is an anxiety disorder, and it deserves to be treated like any other illness. But it's not.
One in 4 of us will be affected by mental illness at some point in our lives. Yet nearly 2/3 of us will never seek help, especially men. We pride ourselves on courage and our ability to never show weakness. But mental health touches us all. We are athletes, actors, and musicians. We are friends, husbands, and fathers. It's one of us, it's one of you. It's time for men to talk about mental health. Help starts with the conversation. End the stigma. To learn more about our stories, visit bringchangetomind.org.
We must slow the spread of COVID-19 to protect our communities. Right now, it is important to wash your hands often, get tested if you have symptoms, stay 6 feet away from other people, wear a mask when you go out, stay home when you can, and work from home when able. Thank you for doing your part. Stay safe, Minnesota.
Hey, stay safe, Minnesota. You know, if you've gotten vaccinated, they've said that you don't need to wear a mask out in public. There still has not been any ruling on pants, and I'm waiting for that. As I told you, we are going to have a musical guest because Gabriel just does not want to hear me play Barry Manilow songs tonight, and nobody is happier about that than Barry Manilow. This person has been on the show before and has gotten a lot of rave reviews and is also pretty prolific with the songwriting. And I happened to be on Facebook today and saw them say, I just wrote this song and I'm going to throw it on and see what you think about it. And you know what? I thought about it and I liked it. And I said, well, how about if we play it on the show tonight? And so we're going to. Ladies and gentlemen, from the incredible mind of Jeremiah Rich, this is his new song, All You.
Remember your energetic gaze had burrowed deep, hitched in a dream spree. Long before you played to the crowd instead of me. What once liberated fizzled and deflated. Steep distance, severed connection, long due self-reflection. The hurt eclipsed honest review. It was not all you. I admire the artistry to ride uncertainty, set course tandem. Stay better than words, endure and overcome. What once liberated fizzled and deflated. Steep distance, severed connection, long due self-reflection. The hurt eclipsed honest review. It was not all you. Hurt eclipsed honest review. It was not all, it was me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the incredible voice and guitar of Jeremiah Rich, that's his new song, just came out today, All You. And you can find that on YouTube as we showed it there, or you can go to his website, which is tunesbyjr.com. That's what's going on with that. So glad to have him on. Anything we can do to help share the incredible music he writes from his heart and from his mind and where he has been in his journey, and that he allows us to share that with you on this platform. Makes me so happy. Gabriel, you had something for us before we go today?
Yes, we'd like to thank Debbie Winnick Jorgens. She was tuned in. She says
Debbie
kudos
Jorgens.
to Area Sydney and awesome. And also Liz Kruger was tuned in. She
Nice.
was in. And there's also a Tara Cole from YouTube. So
Hey, we know Tara Cole. Thanks for tuning in, Tara. Excellent. I want to thank once again our guests, Aria and Sydney from the Mounds View High School National Honor Society, the co-chairs of this year's 2021 Mental Health Walk for AFSP, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I also want to thank Jeremiah Rich and our incredible people in the booth. Also, Millie the Wonder Dog, who we will have out at one of the events, either Friday and or Saturday this week. So do come out to those walks, walk in the park, and enjoy those. If you don't make it out, try and make it out and get a little warmth and sunshine this week. I know it helps me. Hopefully it'll help you. It's important that you know you're not alone out there, that there are people who understand what you're going through. I'll just share with you tonight the words of the great poet and punk rocker Henry Rollins, who said, "There's no such thing as spare time. There's no such thing as free time. There's no such thing as downtime. All you've got is lifetime. Go." See you next week.